also need to remember how to play this game instead of Monster Hunter. I've been doing a lot of Monster Hunter the last few days. Now, I'm pretty sure I've done most of the stuff available currently in this game. So I'm basically just going to be playing around for one more session. And then I'll put it on the shelf for a little bit. Overall, though, my time with this game has been incredibly fun. Any quests that I haven't done already? The Rage Boars in Twill Valley are cowards. To think that they can stand a chance against us is laughable. Deep in the valleys of Temple, overrun with the damn things, these devious boars were constructed by an ominous evil being that has no remorse for this world. We will discuss of her when your time is ready, Lost One. For now, we must focus on what you can handle. Slay Rage Boars. The Colossus. I see that you have aligned yourself well against the foes in Crescent Keep. Good luck, Lost One. It is time now to take a step further beyond the keep to the Crescent Grove. What you will witness there is a foul swarm of dark magics, with many of our fallen kind from ages past embracing the corruption. They are two brothers, whom I was once familiar with. They are now wicked carbuncles, meaning the same fate as the others. The brothers created a golem, one that is capable of tearing the world asunder. We must put an end to their cowardice, destroy it, and then return to me. If you haven't done already, speak to Angela. She can take you to Crescent Grove. I wonder what those red circles are going to end up being. I would think fast travel, because I've seen them in various places, but we've already got the world tree for that. Also, I was watching somebody else play a little bit of this after the last time I was playing this. Oh shoot. And it turns out that there's more than just pants up here. Because the chest responds. And you can get more festive gear. So, I imagine I'll just swing by every time I'm in the area. And I'll hopefully end up with a full set. Fox game? Yes. Well, it's got a lot of stuff in it, and technically none of them are foxes, but, you know, we can overlook some things. I'll want that one at 18. And I'll put this away on the off chance that that's cross character. But yeah, it's looking a lot like I want to go back to the dungeon that I cleared last time. I think. I may have actually wanted the Grove. Oh, you know what else I could do? I could probably take on the Catacombs highest level as well. I don't remember if I did that already. I still love how fluidly this game controls. This place looks fancy. Fun fact, autumn is actually my favorite season. You might think that it would be winter, but it's actually autumn. I'm just acclimated to winter. doesn't seem to be much here. I wonder if this area is a work in progress. Winter's impractical. Yeah, the problem is... Oh, hello. The problem is we've kind of been trying to force winter to become something that it isn't. Like, winter is supposed to be a lovely season where you just, like, take a break and you go inside. And you just, like, hang out with, like, your loved ones for a while. And you just, like, wait out the cold. And we've been like, what if we turned it into capitalism instead? And that's kind of made society a lot worse, I think. Wall of the Stars. I'll double check. Yeah, I will have to double check the quest text. I should also talk to these people. Hello, Craig. Hello, my friend. Interested in trading? Ooh, some nice cloaks. That said, I've also got a nice cloak. What do you have to say? Blessed day, Angela has not forgotten us. We're so fortunate to have been stuck here rather than somewhere dangerous. Please rest here before going back out and be careful. Okay, I think that this is not where I want to be. Quest log is this button. Tool Valley. Need a Rage Boar Spear. I've got the Mech Spear in storage. Kill Rage Boar in Tool Valley. Crescent Grove. Crescent Grove. Okay, so Tool Valley and Crescent Grove are where I want to be. I think I know how to find Tool Valley, and then I've got a waypoint to Crescent Grove. And if I'm wrong, oh well. I'll just run around as a fox, and that's not unenjoyable, I think. That said, I think it's here. I like being a fox. Especially like being a fox that goes very fast. Those are mech boars, I want rage boars. Those are whiz boars. Hello there. Frankie. Hey, traveler, I'm Frankie. Interested in a mech boar head? Do you actually sell mech boar heads? Huh, so you do. A little bit lower level than what I can do, or than what I want. Isn't it dangerous? Funny you'd ask me that. No need to worry, them boars aren't all that menacing to me. Though the ones in the temple ahead seem a little scary. There's some treasure in there to loot, you know. If I could find some way to get in without getting murdered, I'd be making some good business. Careful if you consider going in there. You had me at loot, honestly. Oh hey, another fast travel plane. Those are probably rage boars, I'm going to guess. And if he wants to get stuck behind a fence like a nerd, I'm not gonna stop him. Oh no. I appear to be bleeding. These guys definitely have eyes filled with rage. Oh, my item inventory is full? Huh. Now that is a bit out. That is a slight problem. Ow. Okay, given that I just unlocked a fast travel thing. Oh no. That was so close. But I lived. Grab the mech sphere out of storage. Quest. Making a rage sphere. Level 17 strength. It's literally a dragoon weapon. You can jump and then jump back. Hey Vivian, can you turn this into an intellect weapon? There we go. 25 to 35 damage. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Was that optimal? Probably not. But I think it was fun. Okay, I gotta kill more Rage Floors. Dual Valley. Think of all the edges I can jump off accidentally. Exactly. I do enough of that on my own. Now imagine being encouraged. I still don't quite have their tells memorized. I appreciate the range on it though. It's their eyes. Their eyes get a little bit crazy when they're about to charge. And I once again have forgotten to sell trade items. Or like store them away. I'm gonna get the kills that I need and then go back again. Not sure if I need to get them all in that courtyard or if there's more in here. More Rage Force out. Ow. It's just a little overwhelming. Looks like a very 90s out game. Yeah, it's still got that old school aesthetic, like a PS1 or an N64 game. Boom War, hello. You know, I have really enjoyed my time spent playing it. I have exploded. Right when I went to take a drink of my hot chocolate. If you'd been like a second later, I might have been an actual spit take. Trade items. I really don't know what I should hold on to. Can I hold on to trade items in here? Looks like I can. Alright, now things are a little bit cleaner. My throat's just a little bit sore from all the talking that I... This is not the right place. My throat is just a little bit sore from all the talking that I've done the last couple of days because I've played like 18 hours of Monster Hunter on stream. Very fun game. Oh, I know what's going on here. I'm hitting the button thinking that that's gonna open the menu, but it actually, initiates the teleport. Walking up to it opens the menu. Thank you for the hydrate. Tool Valley. Hydrating. It's very important to stay hydrated, especially if you talk a lot, and especially if you have health problems caused by being dehydrated. Looks like I have to start the waves over from the beginning, which I can live with. I feel like these guys sound a little bit like the guy in Wind Waker who goes sploosh in Windfall. Like, it sounds like they're saying sploosh over and over. Which reminds me that I keep forgetting to actually do Sploosh Kaboom while I'm in Windfall. I've not been avoiding it on purpose, I just keep forgetting that it exists while I'm in the position to play it. Turning my backs on these guys is a really bad idea, because I can't outrun them. Ow, my bones. Maybe I should stick to my, magic weapon. I do enjoy how they explode in a shower of core. It's surprisingly dark for how cute this game is. Blessed gaming sounds. Oh, are you hearing like my clicky clacky? Yes, and it's great. Okay. I was actually a little bit self-conscious about that, cause like my keyboard does make noise. And I was thinking that like maybe I'd have to like get a second keyboard that didn't make noise if I was gonna be like, you know, streaming KDM games. But if I don't have to live with, or if I don't have to do that, then great. The game itself is a bit low. It is a game that I cannot pause, so I will attend to that once I get a moment of peace. Multiple spells that restore health is great. Rage 4 is down. Weird when people don't like keyboard sound, clickety-clackety is... people who don't like it can't be trusted. It's a very nice noise, but I can definitely see it getting grating if you're not the person making it. That said, if I ever start doing full-time game dev on stream, I am absolutely getting blue switches to fuck with people. Blues are, I think, the second loudest switch type. It's like I gotta convey that I'm typing somehow. I definitely feel like the Rage 4 is the biggest problem here, so I'm gonna try targeting him first. Ow. I can't remember. Is boar like a gendered thing? Is it like a male pig is a boar and then a female pig is a sow, or is that something completely different? Because like my brain is saying no, boars are a completely different species, but like I have not spent a lot of time looking up pigs, so I'm not actually sure. It's boars and sows. Male pigs are boars. Nice. You can't type today, consider getting a mechanical keyboard. It'll make you more powerful. It won't improve your accuracy, but everybody will know that you're committed. I am surprised that my tiny fox body holds this much blood. But I'm not complaining because it does work out for me. Ignore the fact that I'm a bunny under the hood. I'm definitely a fox. We were this close to failure, but we won. Hot chocolate is a reward for victory. It also would have been a consolation if I lost, but I mean, in this case, it's a reward for victory. And like, this looks platformable. I bet it's intentionally platformable. Volume up a bit. Audio. Tell me how this sounds. Oh. Well, I slipped off, unfortunate. Now granted, there's not really a lot of things making noise right now. Also, looks like this is the only way forward. The rightmost gate opens. Oh, my bones. The middlemost gate opens. I think I hear a baby screaming through my headphones. That right there is the primary reason you could never convince me to have any. Very loud baby? Yes. Yes it is. I would love to do something about it, except I can't. Sadly, it's looked down upon in this society to grab babies and throw them off balconies. Which is basically the first thing that comes to mind when I hear a noise like that. If I hung out down here, do you think that I would drown? Well, I'd definitely get bodied by boars if I'm not paying attention. Reminds you of Active Worlds RPGs? I'm not familiar with that. I presume that's like a company? Or like a framework, maybe? Second Life before Second Life. Ah, nice. I saw a post the other day that was just like, the metaverse is like a cheap imitation of Second Life, and I'm just like, you know, you're absolutely right. There's really nothing that the metaverse does that Second Life doesn't do better. My health is getting a little bit low. Let's fix that. I'm not even looking at my mana. I'm just like, give me the spells, give me the spells. Ah, oh, heartbreaking. I was this close. Oh, whoops. I keep forgetting that I have to select a thing. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do max rank Catacombs. See, I figured that the fast travel would work like that, where I hit a button and then I pick where I want to go. That's why I keep going to the wrong place. Actually, did I already do this? The voices. The voices. I'm pretty sure this is actually where I got the Divine Skill. The AoE that like heals me and also hurts enemies. Aside from Furry Diablo with 90s visuals, what's this game about? It's an early access game, so it doesn't really have a huge amount of like justification for anything existing yet. But the plot is essentially that you are a soul that was in purgatory, and essentially like would have spent eternity in limbo because like you weren't good enough for heaven, weren't bad enough for hell, presumably. And so this world, which has been sundered by some unknown calamity, essentially pulled your soul in and incarnated you into a new living body, to kind of like bolster the world and help to put it back together. Take this over purgatory? Absolutely. They even say, like, hey, even if you're not, like, totally enthused by, like, your new body or, like, by the situation you find yourself in, it's better than an eternity of nothing. And you don't really get much dialogue, so not a huge amount of time, not a huge amount of characterization opportunities to decide how you feel about it. But I get to be a super cute fox rabbit, so I'm happy. Eternity of nothing, that's not how purgatory works. Depends on the belief system, and also I might be remembering it wrong. Yeah, regardless of the actual definition, that's the premise, is, hey, you kind of weren't going to have an afterlife, so we pulled you here for a second shot at normal life. Wait, hold that. Okay, for a second I thought that that was straight up the corrupted Ashbringer from World of Warcraft. It's like, hold on a second. I appear to have equipped my spear. But yeah, technically I'm not a fox. Technically I'm more of a rabbit. Technically I'm neither. I'm a fantasy species called a poon. But it's very rabbit-coded, and I had to pick like the foxiest options to get something that looks like this. And then when I proudly showed it off, a friend was like, "You're just Luna from Hell of a Boss." And I'm like, oh my god, I am. Poon? Yes, Poon. It's a slightly unfortunate name. Do you like our permanent smug face? Thank you. That was an option in character creation. Well, regardless, I'm pretty dang nimble. Yeah, the game's pretty bare bones, pretty simple, very fun to play. If I finish all the content, which the Colossus is the final thing in the game currently, if I understand correctly, what I'll probably end up doing is just starting over as like a bandit to fill the rest of the session. Because Mystic has been fun, but I really feel like it would have thrived more with like multiplayer. Like being in the back and like lobbing spells rather than like running around and dealing with all these monsters myself. Online co-op game? Yeah, it's sort of like a pseudo MMO. Like if I hit this button, like if I were connected to a server, like everybody who was online could be here and we could like party up. And supposedly it's really, really fun in co-op. But I didn't want to grab anybody and be like, hey, do you want to feel compelled to join me on stream for the next like 3 weeks? So I just soloed it. Maybe in the future. Yeah, honestly, the biggest concern was scheduling, because every time I schedule something for, let's say, 3 o'clock, people will not be there until, like, 3:45. Like, it doesn't matter what the activity is, people never show up on time. The last time I ran a D&D group, I was like, okay, I wanted to run this thing from, let's say, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So I told everybody to be there by 5. Invariably, we would begin at 6. So you schedule an hour before start? Exactly. It's funny how reliable people can be in terms of being unreliable. It's like you're clearly capable of consistently showing up at the time I'd like you to. So why do you not do it when I ask you to? Time is an enigma. Yeah. Time exists in your head. It's not real. Ooh, lesser experience. That's a book that makes me more powerful. The best kind of book. It's been like a year since I've last read like an actual, like, paper and binding book. I read just about everything on my phone nowadays, which, to be fair, in a lot of cases is better. Not having to strain my eyes to see print is nice. was backwards. $15.25, $18.32. Not an upgrade. Okay, I think I need 3 keys to get here, which means I missed one along the way. This keeps happening. I think I know where it is, though. Yeah, I used to be a voracious physical book reader. Oh, hello. Yeah, I used to be a voracious reader of physical books. But like constantly getting new books was difficult. Like the library is a thing, but it's like, okay, I can only go here like once every month or every other month. Yeah, if you're buying books, it's even more expensive. And then like you're like limited to the selection that they have, and if you want to go beyond that, like they can probably get it in, but then you gotta wait until everybody else is done with it, and it has to be like moved over. And then you gotta like actually keep the book on your person, and some of them are like inconvenient for that. Suffer alongside us, the living dead. I may have beaten this guy already. I don't remember. That said, I don't mind doing it again. I'm kind of shredding his health compared to what I'm used to doing. Those extra levels add up. Return habits and autistic procrastination. I never procrastinated, I just read them really fast and then didn't have anything else to read for a while. I still love that the Grim Reaper things are essentially bunnies. Like, imagine one of those things shows up to take you to the next life. Like, it feels a lot more friendly than, like, you know, Skull and Bones. Which I forgot Twisted This World was a furry. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the girl in the library in the hub actually is like the god of the world. She's just not an omnipotent god. Oh, there goes one of my healing spells. Did it. Guardian Witch Wizard robe. That sounds like a really nice thing to have. So that'll be convenient when I level up. actually glad that you rekilled it. Yeah, it depends on the setting. All of the time being undead kinda sucks. Like, if you're lucky, something like a zombie is just a corpse animated, puppeted around by magic. If you're unlucky, the zombie contains the tortured spirit of the person that the body used to belong to, and they're just along for the ride and can't do anything about it. Depends on how unpleasant the setting wants it to be. If you're in Hunger, you can defeat zombies by telling them that they're a zombie, then they ask you to kill them. I've seen that game around a lot, and some friends have recommended it to me. I just really don't like the aesthetic, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's kind of the same reason I'm not a fan of Darkest Dungeon. It just feels a little too gritty for my taste. Like an unnecessary level of grit. Couldn't strain without a sensor mod. I'm not afraid to mod things. Oh, speaking of modding things, in Wind Waker, I fixed Zelda. Tan Zelda, yeah. All it does is make her skin tone completely consistent with Tetra's. I have a type? Well, yes, but also... that's just what she looks like, and it feels kind of weird to change her skin tone like that. Like, she is the most badass Zelda in the franchise. Like, it's okay to have her be a little rough around the edges compared to the classical look. She did a kickflip off Ganon. Hyrule Warrior Zelda. That's a Musou game. I don't count Musou games in anything. Like, every single time I've tried playing a Musou game, I've been disappointed and unentertained. Like, I feel as accomplished as if I tore apart a cardboard cutout of a dragon. There's just no meat to it. That said, defeating pixel representations of dragons is, like, super cool, and you should respect me for it. It's fine as long as it's, like, a different kind of video game. Another tome of experience. I actually wonder if I can use these to level up, because I've got 2 of them. The answer was yes, I could in fact do that. Skill points. Everything into Flux Bolt. I really should have taken another Mana Flow. Oh well. Let's try to get back in here. Hopefully I don't die again. If I die again, I might actually use Angelist here. I've been trying to avoid using them, because it takes a little bit of effort to, like, get a new one. Off to a grand start. That said, I've doubled the rank on my Flux Bolt, so the damage should be there. Ow. Ow. I'll just use the downtime while this guy's the only one alive to heal up. I'm still not very good at anticipating the charges, even though I know roughly where it is. Okay, that went better than last time. Love to see a crit. Looting that Rage Force head reminded me of a quest from Star Wars The Old Republic, where it's a bounty hunter quest, where you're essentially hired to, like, kill this guy and bring his head back as proof of his demise. And because it's a Star Wars game, there's like a binary choice on, do you want to do this the light side away or the dark side away? And the dark-sided way is to just kill him, cut his head off, and bring it back. The light-sided way is to dig up the corpse of somebody else that has been killed by the guy who wants the guy killed, chop off his head and bring it in, under the presumption that as a racist he can't actually tell them apart. And if you do that, it actually works because he genuinely can't tell them apart. And scooping that head off the ground reminded me of that. I am now further than I was before. And on that lovely note, alright, new gear. Ooh, I like it. Nice contrast. Anyway, on that note, we're going to take a 5-minute break here. Please use this time to refill your beverage, go to the bathroom, anything that would take you approximately 5 minutes. So I thought I was in the clear. I'm not, so we're back like a minute early. Turns out if you AFK in this room for too long, the encounter respawns. Learning moment. I'm glad I didn't actually get up. Let me out. Now, that said, I think I've also got another weapon that I can equip now. So maybe that'll help. More power is never the wrong answer. It's not always the most correct answer, but it's never wrong. I'm sad. Well, just gotta do that again. Thank you for the hydration. Can we get a stretch ready? You can, you just wouldn't be able to get to see me do it. But if you want, I can do that. No, I'm not putting in any kind of workout routine. Oh, thank you for the head taps. And the rotation. I like how swooshy it makes my tail look. I think I've said this before, but I actually calibrated the rotation speed specifically to make my tail look best. Can I put timers on redeems? Yes, I can. Most of my redeems have some kind of cooldown. The only one that doesn't is Bonk, and I've been waiting for somebody to notice. But yeah, like you can put like a time cooldown on it. You can put like a scaling cost on it, so it gets like more expensive the more people redeem it. You can put like a harsh limit on it, so it's like you can only redeem this once per stream. It's like if somebody else redeems it, you know, nobody can redeem it. You know, while I was back home, I really should have turned in Reviling the Rage 4s. Oh well. perish in fire. Something that's always kind of like lingered at the back of my mind is, why is Fireball such a ubiquitous spell? Like, it really feels like such an inefficient way to cause damage. Because, like, the amount of energy that you're generating and then just, like, radiating out, accomplishing nothing, feels kind of wasteful to me. Like, I kind of feel like the best spell would be, like, a highly concentrated, like, beam or, like, bullet of energy that you use to, like, strike a critical target, as opposed to, like, a big flashy cyclone of fire. And before anybody says that I did not just steal that from Free Ren, the author there just thinks along the same lines I do. Overload volume describes verbosely how a passive fire aura is actually terrifying. Yeah, like, you're causing, just in terms of like collateral, like you're causing so much extra damage, but also just like in terms of like, I want to get something done magically, it feels really inefficient. Because like, all the heat that doesn't go directly into your target is energy wasted. All the heat that like radiates off of it in flight is energy wasted. Like, depending on the mechanism, it can be like a bit more reasonable. Like, okay, I just summoned fire from elsewhere rather than like generating it. So like now I just have like a big glob of fire and I'm gonna use it in the best way that I can. Yeah, if you're like igniting a mass of fuel, that's like another way to do it. That's actually something that the inheritance cycle did that I really appreciated, was the magic in that, or the magic system in that series was simultaneously incredibly rules light, but also very heavily rules constrained. Simply because it obeyed the laws of thermodynamics. All the energy that you used for magic had to come from somewhere. So if you want to make a gigantic explosion, well, how much energy is that letting off? Where's that energy coming from? What is the orange donut that appears next to my character? That is my stamina. It, for the most part, tracks my blocking, because I'm not a fighter that actually uses stamina for attacking. Also, if I perfectly time a block, it doesn't consume any stamina. Kinda getting bodied here. I also think it's kind of interesting to make it so that your healing spell just cuts out if you take damage while it's running. Like, you actually have to be a little bit considerate of positioning even when you got resources. let us not AFK here for approximately 5 minutes, causing the fight to respawn. This looks climactic. Oh, hello. My one weakness, more rage wars. That Divine Aura spell is so ridiculously good. I'm so glad I found it. Very thorny situation, yes. I kind of wish that enemies were subject to the stage hazard. Maybe something to consider for the full release. My POV? If they keep pathfinding by just running in a straight line, yes. But if it's something you have to like kick them into, like that, it'd be like a fun way to handle big groups. I don't mind the cannon wars as much as the rage wars. I feel like they're more predictable. Rage wars just squint at you and then they're on top of you and you're taking 40 damage. Oh no. If that had exploded and hurt me, I would have been a little bit salty. Real dangers when they're mixed. You don't say. Oh, I actually got the spell off, nice. That said, all of my healing stuff is on cooldown. Please, please, no. I'm gonna use my tear for this. Okay, that one was on me. I'm just gonna patch up before I kill this guy, just in case there's something behind him. It looks like the fire thing is also only a very short range. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I will do that when I have a moment of peace. Ow. Blitz the rage force down, that's good. Okay, it cost me my Angelus here, but I got Burrow. Hello? Not sure if puzzle or doesn't exist yet. I can kind of peek through. I think there's something there. But I don't think I can get to it. Bit of a dry ending. I'm pretty sure that the Colossus exists, though, is the thing. Hold on. Okay, so this is not where the Colossus is, but this is the end of this dungeon, essentially. The Colossus is elsewhere. Yeah, Colossus is in another castle, literally. So, Crescent Grove is where the Colossus is. Not Tool Valley. Oh, you know what? It's probably the boss of this dungeon. That's probably what it is. That makes sense. I think I found this dungeon last time, but I didn't have time to do it. So yeah, assuming that's the case, once I've beaten this, I've basically done everything that's currently in Atlyss. Very mature loading screen. I thought so too. It very much feels like falling into Termina. Would not be surprised in the slightest if it was a direct inspiration. Bit of a non sequitur, but something that I'd like to see. Or rather, something that I'd like to do at some point is... Oh, I am hurt. Something that I'd like to do at some point is play a Disgaea game on stream. Because then I could be like, hey, here's a redeem where, like, you redeem this and I name a character after you. I just think stuff like that could be fun. Fight her only. Also, something just occurred to me. Two brothers are now carbuncles. Every carbuncle that we've seen has had an overtly feminine body. Good for them. It's like the two who made the Matrix, like they did their thing and then... yeah. Another flame petal staff. This stuff doesn't feel as dangerous as the Rage 4. Or as the Rage 4s were. Granted, the entire area that the Rage Force was in wasn't finished, so that probably has something to do with that. Just more complete overall. Nice chunky crit, take out half its health in one go. Love to see it. I remember struggling to kill weaker versions of these. Getting stronger feels good. That is a dexterity halo. Also, the notion of a killer halo entertains me. Like, it's probably just like a randomly generated prefix, but... The quest in the top right are the only quests that I haven't cleared yet that currently exist? I think so, yes. Like, I've done every quest that I've come across, and these are the ones that remain. One of which is already done, one of which will get done incidentally while in the process of doing this dungeon, and one which basically boils down to kill the boss at the other end of this dungeon. And then after that, that's everything that this early access game has to offer currently. Actually, now that I think about it more, I guess the carbuncles could go the other way. Where it's like they've got feminine bodies, but they're brothers. You don't see that as often. but it is an option. Either way, I have to kill them. Or rather, their Colossus. One shot's an enemy, feels good. Oh boy, stat points. I do love more power. Zero Dex. I've not really found a really compelling reason to mix stats. Like, Vitality is health, and then one of these is the stat that you care about. And since I'm a caster, I care about intelligence. The only real penalty that I have encountered for not having strength or dexterity is that I can't use stuff that is keyed off of strength or dexterity without rekeying it to mind. I kind of hope it'll become more in-depth by release, because otherwise it kind of doesn't really have a reason to exist in its current form. Beyond just, hey, what do you want your health to power ratio to be? Am I afraid? Not really. I'm a fox. Yeah, power, all nines. Balanced stats worthy of a fox. I might not die here. I died here. Luckily, dungeons are a little bit better about saving your progress than overworld stuff is. Anything that I killed will stay killed. That poison is very rude. Kind of circling back to Monster Hunter, earlier today I actually explicitly made a talisman that makes me immune to poison. Just because I had encountered like 5 poisonous monsters in a row and I was like, no more. You get a lot of mileage out of resistances in that game. Basically what I'm saying is I would like to be immune to poison here, too. After dying to it, I have acquired a distaste for being poisoned. Not that there are many situations where you want to be poisoned. Basically, the only one that I can think of is, like, competitive Pokemon. Where people will deliberately poison themselves so that you can't put them to sleep. This taste of poison came from already being tired of Tummy Hurt IRL. That's less of a poison debuff and more of a something else. A gateway of the Green Flames open. I think I know the one that they're talking about. Oh. There's a scroll for the ability I have on 4. Green Flame Gate. Alright, and this will be the boss. I feel like I maybe actually got this far last time, but then got bodied and left. I think that's what happened. It was just way too powerful for me to handle. Well, I'm stronger now. It does still outlevel me, but it also now actually takes damage from me and doesn't one-shot me. She says as she scrapes her bones off the floor and she kind of shoves them back in. Any purpose for the Inkbeam Clock? Yes, certain enemies are only available during the day, some are only available at night. Like in the very first area, slimes only come out in the middle of the day, whereas wisps only come out at night. Our construct needs some help, brother. Oh. How? Oh, that's cool, it takes me right here. That saves me a lot of running back. You think I spilled my bones? Yeah. Now the good news is, I'm pretty sure I've seen all the moves. So it's just a case of answering them properly. Block the shockwave, don't stand where a spec's gonna come out. At about half, the brothers will come out. I misjudged the timing on that. One more good hit and I think that they'll spawn. Back for more, eh? Ah, they're Canadian. Okay, they're also not that tough, actually. But they did distract me from the giant robot that can squish me. Wait, I think I got it before it regenerated all of its health. Interesting. Yeah, the brothers seem really fragile compared to the golems, so I'll go for them first. I'll bank some mana for the next phase. Ow. Yeah, ideally I can just kill like one or both brothers really, really fast. One down. Another one down. When in doubt, just do an alpha strike. It solves a lot of problems. Ow. Oh, he hid it behind the thing. That was cheeky. He like hid the charge up behind a pillar so I couldn't see it. I did it. He was perfect, damn you. Bugefall Duster. Bandit gear. But yeah, that's everything the game has to offer currently. Doubly so if I've got the stuff to finish that other quest in my storage. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's 100% completion. So like we want those, we want those. Monolith core, monolith gem. need 3 more of these. Yeah, I just need 3 more of these and then I'd be able to do everything. Quests. It's actually a downgrade from my current chess piece. Yep, this is an upgrade, and this is not. But yeah, that's Atlyss. I still got like an hour, so like I say, what I'll probably end up doing is like making another character and trying another class. But like what's here is very, very fun. It's not the world's most complicated game, but like it's very fun. I can also see, especially like once there's more to it, I can see this being a lot of fun to play with friends. Yeah, like a bunch of gremlins in one session. But yeah, bit of an anticlimax. Save file. Hold on. Save and quit. I don't think there's a way to get back to the character select without just closing the game entirely. So I don't think this would show you my desktop. Okay, no, it does actually take me back here. Early break? Nah. Here. I can actually show you what the character creation is like. So this is a poon. This is what I started with to make a fox. That said, I think I want to do something a little bit different this time. Poon. Yes, poon. They're called poons. Yeah, we've got imps. Forsaken demons who come from an aquatic realm tangled with hellish machinery. By their own will, the imps were not able to think or act for themselves. Think Reaper, you're lewd. By their own will, the imps were not able to think or act for themselves, following orders from the occult who often summoned them. Their racial ability is the siphon leech that I was using. Turns out you can actually like learn other races' abilities. Poons are an ancient but thriving race of dryads who are tactful and cunning. They have adapted beyond being prey from the deep forest, able to take on any foe that stands against them. They get a movement speed and evasion buff. I didn't really use that at all. Kobolds are reptilian hermits who are naturally adept in the use of magic. Their homeland resides within a distant arid desert sealed by arcane energies. Their ability makes their next cast instant with no cost whatsoever associated. Birdles are elegant and dexterous travelers, likely to be materialistic, once mature, sworn to lead their flock from their kingdom to find their eternal destiny. Racial ability to guarantee the next ability is a guaranteed crit. Yeah, Ritos, basically. And Chang, which was the other thing I was considering being instead of a poon for my first character. Why does the bird have titties? Why not? Chang, compact yet sturdy, always eager for adventure beyond their scope. Changs come from a mysteriously advanced civilization, but were often outcasts and seen as troublemakers. Immune to knockback, automatically parries incoming attacks, basically means everything gets blocked. They don't even have lips to drink milk. So, fun fact. Sometimes babies get their first teeth before they're weaned off the breast. And if that happens, the mom just has to deal with it. I'm kind of feeling either a Birdle or a Chang, because I kind of feel like all of these are kind of like caster coded. Hold on a second. This fan does not know what's going on. Nice video who has seen things. I got one person who wants a rat. Oh, that is a magnificent tail. I think the reason I didn't go with this was because I couldn't make the ears pointy. I can play with the head width. I can make the snout more snouty. Voices are just the auditory equivalent of scribbles that are just like at a given pitch. It's not a phase, Mom. I shouldn't judge. I've got slanted Hime myself. This is kind of cute. I like this. Hello? This looks like something out of Chicory. So I kind of want to play with the guaranteed crit ability. Nah, I'll stick with this. And like smaller snouts, but not like nothing snouts. Got a few options for mounts. I kinda like this one. Not quite the same as last time. A little bit scrunkly. The Moe Fang, very important. The problem is they kinda clip with this hair. I would rather be feminine. They're a little bit jiggly. Just like in general, it's like a very bouncy art style. Something that I think is kind of cool is that whether or not you have a chest is completely unrelated to whether or not you pick masculine or feminine body type. So you can kind of like opt in or out as you please. Oh, we got like the little naked rat tail. That said, I think we gotta go with like the big fluffy tail. I want this one to be a bandit, so I gotta start with something like dexterity related. Bows in this game have infinite ammo. I kinda like the idea of somebody dressing like this trying to be stealthy. Naruto moment, that's kind of what I was thinking, I just didn't want to say it. We'll just desaturate her a little bit. We can give her hair a different color. I do enjoy a nice bubblegum pink. Maybe I make the whiskers really dark. I kind of like them being light. Body screams pastel goth, outfit doesn't. Yeah, I don't really have any options for that. It's a very basic palette to begin with. She's gotta have a name. I think what I'll do is I'll have tonight's second 5-minute break because it is time for that. Luckily this time I don't think enemies can spawn in the character creator and kill me. During that 5-minute break I'll think about what I want to call her. So I'll see you in about 5 minutes. return. Also, I lied. I didn't think of a name at all. But you know, she's pink, so I think what I'll do is call her Reaper. Because I have a chatter called the Pink Reaper. Rules? What rules? She's the big rat who makes all the rules. I don't understand the reference. Pip, Hamtojo, Wagon, Baggins, Fulp, Garrett, Tonk, Yeasel, Squeakins. I feel like if we lived in a world where like this is actually what people look like, this would be vaguely racist. Horace, Nim. Oh, that's clever. Pink Taro. But she's female. Taro's a masculine suffix. I'm just gonna go with Reaper. Jeez. Oh. Your time is not over yet, little one. She's not actually gonna have a class unless you manage to hit level 10 with her in the next hour. I plead for your soul and your strength. Oh, she's got like a little hoppy run animation. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's very, very cute. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, so this is shared. Okay, that's cool. I really should have been holding on to more lower level gear. Do you have any quests for me? Kill mini-geists and geists. Basically just means do a catacombs run. I can swap these daggers out for these. Actually, they're not even better. These give a boost to magic power, but I'm not really using magic. Or at least that's the plan. I keep forgetting to ask Sally for a quest. Do you have any quests? Yes. She wants ghost dust. And geist collars. And then the main person, Angela. Oh my, what a relief to see that my calling worked. I was almost certain that your soul would have been lost. I am Angela Flux, Mystic Guardian of Sanctum. I understand that you might have a few questions to ask. But first, let's get your bearings sorted out. She wants me to go back to, all the people I just spoke to. Dev's definitely Undertale fans. I mean, maybe. She definitely does have that Toriel vibe. But she also might just be like a cute goat kobold thing. Like, it's more her aura than her actual appearance that kind of like comes across as Toriel. Like, ah, hello, little one. I am here to protect and guide you. I'm kind of skipping the dialogue because I've read it all before. I really shouldn't. It was quite dire, you see. The catacombs outside Sanctum was a place that I could commune my mystic energies with to survey the undead. What goes on there now has all been a mystery to me. When the world shattered, so did my magic. Fortunately, I can still feel the lost magic existing. Find the stray sigil deep within the catacombs and let it tether to your soul. Once you do, we can further explore what lies ahead of us. I do fear for the worst. Slimes are a nuisance, fending them off would help. During the night, wisps disturbed the outer sanctum. So they don't overwhelm you with a huge amount of lore at the beginning. I'm related as pals in Pokemon. I still want to play Pal World, actually. Part of me just wants to wait for like the next time it kind of like hits public consciousness, so that I can bandwagon off of it. Need to be level 4 to take this. I'll take some recovery. Rock Throw is actually really strong for an ability that doesn't require you to be a class to use. I also like that I can just hold down the attack button to spam attacks. I don't need to like spam click. I like their sounds of anguish. Another one of those red sigils that I don't quite understand the purpose of. And the level 1 catacombs. The portal emanates an evil power, unlike any other portal you've seen before. Likely for full release? Probably. Or maybe it's like an online thing that I just haven't been able to interact with because I'm not playing online. Hard to say. I'm sure I'll find out eventually. Next time I play this game, like after some time passes and like it's got new content, I might try to conscript some people to play it with me. You volunteer as tribute. Looks fun. Awesome. It'll probably be a while, because like I'll want the game to be, you know, closer to done than it is, but it is fun. I feel like hopping around like that wouldn't be a very efficient way of moving. But what do I know? I'm not a rat person, I'm a fox person. Fun fact, I once got in trouble at school for quote-unquote throwing a rock at a boy. Which is a gross misrepresentation of what happened. Yeah, imagine if the attack was like throwing a rat at somebody instead of a rock. Like that one meme. I'm in danger. Wait, does attacking take stamina too? No, it doesn't. Okay. Little bonus challenge for some bonus loot. Stamina bar fighting for its life. Yeah, these things happen sometimes. You're low level, you can't do everything. I'm probably going to die here. My prophetic abilities terrify even me. How did I start running on all fours last time? That was really cute, I want to do that again. Is it like a random chance after doing a dash? I got a rock. I never really liked Charlie Brown much as a kid. It had way too much talking and I was too young to really understand or enjoy series that were mostly talking. I was like, show me a dog going on an adventure. Not a bunch of humans talking to each other. Combat here feels like Monster Hunter trained you for this. Wait, where did my rocks go? Am I out of rocks? This is the training that Palicos have to go through before they can join monster hunters on hunts. When you graduate, they give you a bigger wasp and they're just like, okay, remember, don't use this. use anything but this. Probably about to die again. But I have a sword, so I've won the moral victory. Swords are the coolest weapon type. Actually, I'm not sure if I can say that with a scythe on the same screen. Bitter sword stick. I call them bladed staves. Those are also very cool. Not to be confused with a spear. And the lowest level version of this just doesn't have a boss. Cryo Needle. A quick set of spinning ice needles. It is a mind skill. But I can put some points in it for fun, I think. Plus it's probably more reliable than the rocks. Okay, that's very cool. Oh, and it's spammable. Relatively speaking. I need to get that for my Mystic. Oh, I'm in pain. Oh, I have perished. But I lived. Don't mind me just roguing it up rogue style with my cryo needles. To be fair, I'm pretty sure a rogue would grab a machine gun and use it if they came across one. It's not out of character, it just won't scale well. But for now, it's great. Okay, actual end of the dungeon. Level 5 restriction. Not as good as the rare quality stuff that I've already got. I just took a drink from an empty mug. It accomplished very little. need slime drops and I need ghost dust, but I should pick those up passively. So back to Sanctum. Oh, I was doing the L4's run there. And I'm doing it there too. I wonder what triggers that. Do I just have to, like, not have my weapon out or something? Yeah, I think it's having my weapon out that makes me not do it. How do I put a weapon away? There we go. That's very cute. I like that a lot. Yeah, complete quest. Yeah, complete quest. Slimes ambushed you in the catacombs. Well then, it's possible that I can quickly piece this issue together. With the ward restored by your lovely soul, the portal leading to the Evolved Terrace should be open to you now. The portal is located northeast of the catacombs entrance. From what I see of the terrace, it's infested with filthy Slimex. Unlike ordinary slimes, they are stronger and infused with tar. Gotta love a classic kill quest. Go kill 20 of this thing. Bring me back its ass. One of my favorite examples of that kind of thing was from World of Warcraft, where Horde players could get a quest to essentially collect zebra hooves. You had to collect like 20 of them. And you would expect that to take about 5 kills. In practice, it usually took like 100, because for some reason, rather than zebras dropping 4 hooves, they dropped somewhere between 0 and 1, weighted pretty heavily towards 0. There's a reason that kind of quest fell out of favor, I think. Making body parts for her loot is why. Yeah, it's like, the idea is just to make it take a certain amount of time. Or if they thought a little bit more about it for like something that you do passively. Like while you're doing other things, you happen to be killing zebras and then at the other end of it, you got enough hooves. But that one in particular was really egregious, because you very often ended up where like that thing was gating you and you just had to go grind zebras. Skill points. Max out Cryo Needle. Max out Recovery. Love to see it. Lots of stat points. And very powerful. Like the justification that they gave in that particular example, where it's like, hey, here's a body part that you would like reasonably expect like everything to have, was that specifically the quest givers only wanted like perfect quality ones. So like if they ask you for like, say, you know, the breastplates off of like 5 warriors, and it's not a 100% drop, it's because like for that particular kill, in the process of killing them, you caused enough damage to the breastplate that it's no longer acceptable as a turn-in. But it just doesn't feel good. Slime-crusted guitars. 3 to 8 damage. Alright. These look kind of beefy. Yeah, bring me 10 living enemies. It's like, oh no. That kind of quest isn't too bad unless you put it off and you don't have any kind of like false swipe type ability. It's like there's literally nothing I can do to these people that will not instantly kill them, but I need them to be at 10% health or lower to capture them. Oh no. I just need some slime ears. They shouldn't be that rare. Every slime has 2. We were just talking about this. There we go. I just had to talk the game into it. Ow, my bones. Slimex leggings. Killer Slimex shivs. 5 to 13 damage, that's a substantial boost in power. My existing pants are a little bit better because of the quality. By like a fraction of a percent of evasion better. But better. Just need 2 more kills and then we can move on. Oh, they got like an animation on them. Like a scrolling texture. That's kinda cool. I don't know why, but the first example that my mind brought to mind to compare it to was the fire cape from RuneScape. Fun fact, I've never gotten a fire cape in RuneScape. Granted, haven't actually played RuneScape in quite a long time. I was planning on doing the recent league and then I just didn't. I like got in and then I was like, wait, I don't actually enjoy grinding woodcutting. Complete. Your soul is as strong as ever, little one. Why don't we try something a little more daring? Kill 20 mech boars, gather 15 spheres. View the stronger catacombs. Looks like you've done a great deal of damage to the Queen's hive of Slimex. By proving your strength against her deluded offense, it's time to take her on while the iron is hot. From what the ley energies that surround the terrace suggest, the Queen would appear if her children continue to die. Perhaps where there are more Slimex, that is where she'd be hidden. I trust you can fend her off and teach her a lesson. Also... Level 10 achievable? It's entirely possible, yeah. Especially now that I've got like a better idea of what I'm doing. This sort of animation is just... it's very cute. I like it a lot. Do you think that the new body, like, came with the instincts of how to run like that, or do you think that the person just knew how to do that? Like, you're incarnated as, like, an adorable rat person, and it's just like, oh wait. Luckily, I had already practiced running on all fours extensively. How dare you! Yeah, I'm kinda shredding her. This isn't over. I don't know, I think it's pretty over. That was rude. I'm trying to leave you in peace. Don't make me destroy you. Diva must die. Those nasty Slimex don't seem to quit. The evolved terrorists could benefit by some immediate cleanup. And my next main scenario thing I can't take until I'm level 10. Yeah, level 10 is looking very achievable. I'm going a lot faster than I did last time. Knowing what you're doing is such a huge boon. just realized that I used the gate spell specifically so that I could teleport back. And then I ran back. I forgot. Oh well. I'm so used to playing my other character that I thought that holding one to cast a fireball would be how to kill this thing. It's like, no, this is a different character. I don't have Fluxful. Those cryo needles are really good. I kind of want to see what they'd accomplish on a character that's like built to use magic. The stealthiest of rogue weapons. Just call me Tinkaton. I saw a post the other day that said, femininity is a spectrum between dual-wielding daggers and wielding a giant hammer. And honestly, I agree completely. Anyway, enough blood is on my hands to say to Angela, so let's go back. Dual wield giant hammers, why not both? Depends on the setting. Let's go to Tool Valley and hunt boars. How do you even respond if, like, a rat that has strapped knives to its forearms just climbs on you and starts stabbing? Like, how do you even respond to that? I don't think there is a good response to that. I think you just die. Assert dominance, kill it back. I mean, I guess. I guess you could, like, slam yourself up against, like, a surface. Oh, Froggy Mac, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the time that you've spent here. I hope that you will continue to do so. Just got off playing this game, like, Core's not messing around. Yeah, no, like, this is my second character. My first character, I actually did, like, the dungeon that's, like, at the other end of this valley that's, like, full of all the different Vor types. They messed me up real good. Like, it took several tries to get through. Try doing the 6 to 12, you were like, yeah, come back to this. Yeah, like 1 or 2 levels is a huge spike in power. Like, some games it's like really incremental. In this game, like a single level can be like the difference between like getting your butt kicked and just kind of like easily sweeping. Also, making sure that your gear is like up to date and good. Very important. I need 3 more spheres. Yeah, like how you built your character too. Like my first character was a mystic. It's like I had offense in spades, but like I couldn't take a hit. So given that I'm playing not online, probably affected my survivability quite a bit compared to like playing a fighter. You're playing a Mystic Bunny? I'm playing a fox, where the fox has an asterisk on it that says bunny. Like, under the hood she's a bunny, but I made her look as much like a fox as I could. Angela, give me power. Thank you. This character, I want to be a bandit, so I believe I talked to Sally for that. Got quests? Devious Pact. Oh, look at that, haven't you been busy? I've been meaning to let you in on something, but it'll only be between us and as fair of you. I take it that you like shiny things, coins and loot, or maybe disorienting your foes. I can help you with that. Believe it or not, I am the Bandit Guardian. We all work hard for our business, even if it takes certain methods to get our way. Take this, consider joining me and my crew. Keep in mind you can't regret your choice. Happily. We read the book. No. I am now a bandit. And making a Vile Blade sounds fun, so I'll do that too. Did I not grab a 15th sphere? Or a 16th sphere? Yeah, whatever. Okay, bandit skills. I'm going to need to pick up a bow, I think. Bomb trap. Definitely want that. Fire and release, rain shrapnel, level 12. Defense down, damage over time. Strong initial damage and a poison debuff. So it kind of seems like Bandit benefits from swapping weapons a lot more than Mystic did. Stuns the target, makes you drop currency, we take that. I sure do like currency. Vanishing and healing. Unlocking different methods of movement. And a group buff. And we should grab some recovery while we're at it. Seems like a fairly well-rounded loadout, and if it's not, I can always just respec later. Now, I want to go back to the ancient keep in the Neofold Terrace. And that'll probably be the last thing I get before I end for the night. I still love that I can run on all fours like this. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to buy a bow while I was in town. I should port back and do that, because I'm missing an entire skill if I don't do that. It's like, I want to shoot people with poisoned arrows. I should actually probably throw a few of these on. Just have something in the slots. And a baseline bow, please. And thank you. It's spooky in them there hills. Me just running past everything that I killed the first time. So this isn't how you level up. I like that it automatically switches your weapon for you. Oh, thank you for the head tats, I really appreciate it. Delicious currency. Bandit seems kind of vicious. I like it. Like, I think I'm killing things way faster than my Mystic was. Granted, again, I actually know how to build a character this time. I say as I walk into a poison puddle and just about perish. You know what? I did a silly, and I took more than 6 skills. So I don't actually have sturdy on my bar. And I have perished. More hotbars? That'd be nice. Like if my hotbars swapped between weapons, that'd be kinda cool. If I could like flick my scroll wheel and swap hotbars that way. Because like I play a lot of MMOs, so I'm very used to having like 30 keys. This game's a lot more action-y, so it's not that big of a deal, but I do feel a little bit constrained. Alright. Get poisoned, nerd. I imagine that, like, if there's ever, like, a situation where, like, people will want to farm a lot of money, the way to do it will just to be to party up with as many bandits as possible and have them all spam that ability. Because, like, it generates money from nothing and then also you get the drops. Seems like a fun thing to take advantage of. I think it's your favorite in-game money farm? What's that? I think my favorite in-game money farm is from SMT4. What's it like in an epic? Last farmable level has living armor. You learn a spell that turns metal into gold, deals damage to metal enemies. So you just turn all the enemies into gold and then like just pick them up and sell them. That does sound fun. SMT4 though. So it's a game where like honestly, describing it properly is like a bit of a rabbit hole, but SMT is the game that Christians thought Pokemon was in the 90s. So like there's a lot of like demons and there's like a lot of like things that you do like with and to demons. And one of those things is you can negotiate with them in various ways. It's like if you're fighting a demon, you can like tell it, hey, give me money and I won't kill you, as like a way of getting money. And a lot of demons are like arrogant and greedy, so they won't actually go along with this. But also, you can like do debuffs to enemies to affect how they interact with your dialogue options. And a very, very funny one. There's a humanoid enemy type that you can farm that has like the most money. So what you do is you paralyze them because they're weak to paralysis. So if you hit them with a paralyze, they'll get paralyzed 100% of the time. Then you use that ability, and instead of asking them for money, you just go through their pockets while they can't move and they complain the entire time. It's very funny. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock my time. I think I'm gonna call it there for the night. I'll just show off my other character, because somebody showed up. Here she is. She's very pretty. I made her a fox. Except somebody else was just like, oh, that's Luna from Hell of a Boss, and I was like, oh. But yeah, thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it each and every time. Next stream is going to be tomorrow. The game is going to be Wind Waker. Given that I've cleared all the content in Atlyss, I'm probably not going to play it for a while. But I'll definitely be playing it again. I've had a great time front to back with this game. With that in mind, I'm thinking that next Sunday's stream is going to be Pokemon Coliseum. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful night, and I hope to see you again. Let's see if any of my friends are streaming. Yes. I'm gonna send you on a raid to somebody by the name of Tiny. She's currently doing The Witcher 1. Again,